Fans of Islam Makhachev have for many years been certain that he is destined to become a champion, and many analysts agree with them. And now, he is one step away from the main battle in his life. Former champion and top contender for the belt, Charles Oliveira, is in no hurry to take the fight with Islam Makhachev. Oliveira believes that first, the Russian fighter should beat Beneil Dariush, and then have another fight with a top opponent. It seems that the Brazilian is sure that he's an order of magnitude stronger than Islam.
Why? I don't know, because maybe if Charles will say I'm not ready or something like that, or he say Islam not deserve, but he ask about fight for this Nate Diaz or Conor. This guy deserve. I wanna ask him, hey, this guy deserve who call you, who you call all the time. I don't know. And my prime time is coming now. That's why I have to fight for the title now. But I don't know. I know this. All guys is high, but all guys is wrong. But soon I'm gonna be champion there.
In order for us to get an objective picture, it is worth looking at the statistics of the fighters. Of course, Makachev's fans will remember Oliveira's 8 defeat, and Charles's fans will remember the knockout in the duel between the Islam and Adriano Martins. But first of all, it is worth comparing the success of both fighters. Oliveira has been fighting for recognition for a long time. The Brazilian has been fighting in the UFC for almost 12 years and already has 19 bonuses for the best fights and submissions. Don't forget that this is record in UFC and the most wins by submission. 16 times his opponent pounded in surrender. Charles is the absolute best finisher in the UFC history. The Brazilian finished the fight ahead of schedule 19 times. Oliveira is the winner of the PFC 77 kg Grand Prix and holds a black belt in BJJ, as well as one of the longest winning strikes in division, which is 11. In the UFC, Charles had 2.5 times more fights than Islam, 30-12. Makachev won't come close to this achievement anytime soon. Islam has only 7 finishes. On average, Oliveira also failed to make decisions more often, 63% versus 58%. But here, the superiority of Brazilian does not look so impressive. The Dagestan fighter is ranked 4th in the UFC lightweight rankings. Despite a minimum number of defeats in his career, in mixed martial arts in Russia and the United States, he failed to become a champion in any organization. But Islam proved himself in combat sambo, becoming the champion of the country and the world in this discipline in just a year. Makachev quickly became one of the elite fighters in his weight class, dismantling all the masters of BJJ and grappling that he came across on the way. Remarkably, in the recent bouts, he increasingly shows dominant performance where opponents get finished. There is grappling, there is jiu-jitsu, and there is Dagestan wrestling, which, as practice shows, has become a universal tool in the UFC octagon.
I don't think he can do something with Islam on the ground. And of course, Islam is very good on stand-up too. Last couple years, people don't even touch him. All these guys, they good strikers, they don't even touch him. Like even 1 time, 2 times, Islam dominated them, all of them. And the last 11 months, he finished 4 opponents. He finished all of them. It's gonna be like this is gonna be fair if Islam fight versus Charles vacant title, and because right now is no champion in lightweight division. There is no champion. Of course, Charles deserves this, but there is no champion. Why Islam have to fight for the title, for the contender fight, if there is no champion? Let them fight, best versus best. There is only Islam and Charles, and very near is Beneil Dariush, but he have only 7 win streak, and when UFC give him chance, he get injured. Okay, if you wanna come back after injury, fight with someone like top guys, then fight for the title. Beneil have to fight contender fight. Islam have to fight for the title versus Charles Oliveira. This is my opinion, and this is fair because 11 win streak versus 10 win streak. Let them fight. I don't know how I'm gonna feel if someone beat Islam, because this is emotional moment, because all his life since beginning, like when we was kids, when we beginning like amateur career with my father, then we moved to professional. We doing these things together like more than 20 years, and I don't see many people beat Islam. Even in MMA, maybe he have more than 300 fights. In amateur, and like I don't see like many people beat him. Like in the gym, outside, he was everywhere. He was dominating. I hear like Charles Oliveira coach say, "Okay, come to Brazil, fight. No problem. Send us location. We're gonna come to Brazil. Islam gonna ride Charles Oliveira like his horse. We're gonna take this belt. We're gonna show them if Sambo was easy, it would be called Jiu-Jitsu, and we're gonna go home. And it's gonna be big dream fight versus Charles Oliveira in Brazil. Finish him on the ground. Take this belt and go home. Yeah. It's gonna be, this is legacy fight,
Of course, Islam skillfully spices it up with submissions and mixes it perfectly with stand-up. It is a fact that he is, if not the best, one of the best in division on earth, despite a criticism regarding the unwillingness of the guys from Khabib's team to fight standing. It is worth nothing that Makachev's boxing is very good, and most importantly, his hands are accurate and his defense allows him to avoid damage in most cases. Another formidable weapon of the champion is the clinch, and there he will feed everyone with his knees and elbows. His clinch was a problem for Poirier, who is very good at close combat, because hugs with Charles can deprive the opponent not only of even breathing, but also dry out the liver and ribs. The Brazilian showed himself better in terms of entertainment. The average time of Charles' fight is 6 minutes and 55 seconds. Islam has 9 minutes and 11 seconds. Also a good result. But what about the bonuses? Oliveira is the UFC record holder for bonuses, along with Donald. Both have 18. Makachev has only one bonus, which he got during the fight with Tsarukyan. And here, you don't even need to count the percentage as everything is clear. The victories over the aforementioned Hooker, Thiago Moises, Drew Dober, and Bobby Graham have shown that Islam has reached his peak and will show the phenomenal form in the coming years. So it is time to compete for the title. As before, we are expecting an ideal performance from Makachev with complete dominance over the opponent. In the last 4 meetings, Oliveira defeated real monsters: Tony Ferguson, Michael Chandler, Dustin Poirier, and Justin Gaethje. These names speak for themselves. And the last defeat of the Oliveira dates back to 2017. At the moment, Du Bronx is at his peak. His body is young and his mind is ready to learn how to improve his technique in all components. Therefore, we expect top-level readiness from the Brazilian. Who do you think will win and how will this fight go? I can't even imagine what will happen in this battle. Write in the comments. It is very interesting to read about what you think of this.
I believe last 10 years, UFC lightweight belt, its location, this is Dagestan. Me, now I'm finished, now Islam. Last 10 years, no Ireland, no USA, no Brazil, no Europe. This is like father told. Like he say, last 10 years, best lightweight in the world, this is my students. This is how my father told. When Khabib gonna finish, Islam gonna come.
Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, as it helps this channel grow. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our second channel, where we also post interesting videos about the MMA world.